so y'all can put everything away and wash your hands. We're going to be making fried rice. So the first step is to heat 1.5 tablespoons of butter or oil in a large saute pan over medium-high heat until melted. Okay, so we're going to turn this on. All right, get that started. And about a teaspoon. Oopsie. Which one's bigger, a teaspoon or a tablespoon? Tablespoon. All right. Just making sure. All right. And while that is starting to heat up, there we go. I'm going to start cracking the eggs. Like, why isn't it cracking? Okay. There you go. Can you give me a little bowl for these? Thank you. Thank you. And I also don't have a whisk. Please stay off your phones and put the supplies down, please. Thank you so much. Okay. So when you're cooking, please no side conversations. Okay. So when you're cooking, and it says to heat up some oil, how do you know when the oil is done? Or how do you know when it's heated? Starts bubbling, okay. Sizzling. All right, so usually you know when your oil is heated is if you move it around and it runs around the pan like really quickly. Okay. And then it starts, you can also like see it smoking, that's when you know it's ready. Those two things. Okay. Just gonna give that a couple seconds. While I'm doing that, I'm going to cut up the carrots and green onions. I was working with another chef. There's also no knife. I don't know what happened to the supplies. Thank you so much. But I was working with another chef, and he showed me a pretty cool way to cut green onions. Most of us, when we cut the green onions, we're gonna slice it down and make little circles. Yeah. Huh? You said what? Yes, yes. Yeah, I'll grab it. So if you sort of turn your knife and like angle it a certain way, I don't know if y'all want to come up and stand over here or bring your chairs closer so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm sort of turning it to the side, like angling it. To make this cool shape. I don't know if y'all can see this. Oh, the green onion. Oh, see that? No, I'll come around.
I do.
Okay. It's like this cool shape that way.
I've seen.
So it doesn't have to be, you can chop up your food a different way to make it more aesthetically pleasing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all should try that.
Wait, do we have to chop up onions?
Oh, yes. That happens to me all the time. And so usually what helps is I either rinse off the onion or get a wet paper towel and put it by the onion. I don't know why that helps me, but it does. Okay. So I think our oil is ready though. All right, I'm gonna move that to the side. All right. Now I'm going to cook the egg. All right, so after we cook this egg, what is the next step? No, not eat it. Scramble it, okay. Do you want me to do this a soft scramble? I can't really hear if you want to come up some. I'm so sorry. This is making noise. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's all different kinds of ways to make eggs, but in this case, we want it scrambled. How do you guys like your eggs? Any? Even raw. How often do you eat it raw? Yeah. If you the thought of a runny egg always made me uncomfortable, but one time I dipped my toast inside of the egg yolk, it was pretty good. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I've always been a scrambled person. Can I get in both of these? Okay, yeah. So the very first list of ingredients that we needed on here was 4 cups of chilled cooked rice. I completely forgot to make the rice yesterday. Hey, focus. All right, I completely forgot to make the rice yesterday, which is fine. That's a normal thing we forget to do. But we can still make it. It's gonna turn out just a little bit different, but it'll still be good. Yeah. How many of you have actually cooked rice on your own? Okay, and tell me how did it turn out? Like describe, one at a time, describe how it turned out. Turned out like normal rice? Was it mushy? Was it hard? Just normal? Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. If you cook it in a rice cooker, then yes. How did your rice turn out? Yeah. Yeah. So, oh yeah, like make it in a saucepan, like or like a one of these pots, and not a. I've had it, but I've never made it. Yeah, that's one dish I haven't got to yet, but I've had it. So what I'm doing with the eggs right now is I'm browning them just a little bit on there. I don't know if y'all can see, just a little bit of browning on there. Yeah, rice is a difficult thing to make for a lot of people, so rice cookers help. I've actually figured out the perfect thing for like my household. We love jasmine rice, like some of y'all. Yeah. When you're cooking, you said egg and rice? Oh, yes. Have you ever put sriracha with it? Yeah, no, you should try that. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, we can look in the cabinet. Okay. So I'm going to, oh, not yet, not yet. All right. All right, so what's the next thing? We added the egg, scrambled it. What's the next thing? Next thing. Add carrots. Mm-hmm. Add carrots, onions, peas, garlic, and season with a generous pinch of salt and pepper. Okay. Hey, can I have another bowl, please? Oh, this one and these? Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to finish cutting these up. And when you're cutting green onion, how far do you go down? So it gets lighter until it gets like down here? Where the roots are? Yeah. So you can really cut all the way down to the roots. This just part of the green onion is going to be a lot stronger, a lot spicier. But I'm gonna chop all the way down. Usually the ends, like the top of the leaves, are less. They don't really have that much flavor. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish cutting these up. Okay. And then put these. All right. Put that to the side. Here. Oh, peel it. How many of you know how to use a peeler? Does everyone know how to use a peeler? these,
Feel towards yourself or away from yourself? Okay. Never
yes.
towards yourself. Exactly.
Never do anything with sharp objects when it's towards yourself.
Exactly.
It's pretty easy. All you have to do is just put it down on there and just swipe down.
Are onions a required ingredient?
I mean, they make it better.
If you don't want onions in yours, you don't have to. So these are small pans. I would love for us to use a wok, but I couldn't find one. So these are smaller, so you can just make your own little portion of your fried rice, so that everyone will have a turn.
Per portion of rice?
Oh, if you want more eggs, we have some more eggs. We didn't know if y'all wanted eggs. Okay. It says to carrots peeled and diced. So how should I go about this? If I want this diced, how should I go about it? Yeah, you can show me.
You hold it like this, and maybe like that.
Do the okay method.
Right.
Okay.
And then you put the two halves with the flat side down, and then you cut each one in half.
All right. Oh gosh. Carrots, pretty hard. All right. So cut them in half again. So I have these two halves. What else should I do next? If I want these diced, how should I do it? Like that? Like this? What does that motion mean? I guess horizontally? If this is vertically? All right. I'm just going to dice these up. So they won't be perfect squares, but that's good. Are you guys ready to go back to school?
No.
Who is?
No.
Okay, so okay.
School is painful for me.
If you're excited to go back, why?
Because I'm going to high
High
school.
school.
No.
Okay.
People who go there.
Most people are not excited to go to high school.
I'm thankful I had to redo a grade so that I can still do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of great friends in middle school, and if I go to high school, I'm not going to see them again. Second.
Oh, peel it, peel it.
I think if I had phones or birdies and that was temporary, when I was like 2, so I had to make up for my room.
How many of you cook from scratch at home? Like what we're doing today. We're literally peeling and dicing the carrots. Yeah.
I mean, not with carrots. I've made eggs.
But like an actual meal, like a whole meal from scratch. No? A lot of times, or most of the time when you're making meals from scratch, they take a long time.
I mean, I made, one time I had to, like the little red thing that's in olives, tomatoes?
Oh yeah.
I had to take the tomatoes out of olives because we couldn't find any olive tomatoes. So I had to individually take each thing out.
Why is it like a USB?
I mean,
Did you have to like figure out like this?
no, I had a knife and I just wasn't letting go.
Oh my god. Why do you put the spear in there? What the hell?
Because I'm an idiot.
You get a really skewer, that's what happens.
Most people don't usually have the time to cook at home from scratch. So a lot of our foods become processed from the frozen section of the store because it's just quick and easy. Has anybody tried any weird combinations of carrots and something? Usually it's like carrots and ranch. What you got? Carrots, peanut butter.
And
I think I've had that.
peanut butter.
Okay, yeah, I think I've had that one. Yeah, not too wild. I don't know if anybody had any special sauces.
Carrots and
I like eating apples and peanut butter.
Yeah, that's a classic. Okay, so we have the carrots and we need the onion next. Yeah. Okay. And we're doing. It says one small white onion, but these are huge, so I'm just gonna do half of it. Okay.
so much.
Yeah, I know. Could you also get me a wet paper towel so I'm not crying on the live? It might still happen. You know what?
This is exactly why I don't want to cut onions.
And you know, this started happening to me again very recently too. I was fine for a long time just cutting these.
I honestly feel like I don't really want to learn how to cook before like
You need glasses.
You know, I've seen somebody wear goggles.
I used to wear goggles.
I
My
wear,
glasses, they were cute.
whenever my dad makes me cut onions, I wear skinny goggles.
I should.
What do you actually do?
Yeah,
Wearing goggles
so that my
and
eyes, so that my eyes don't physically hurt.
All right, so when I'm cutting this, I had
You mean I cried?
hey class, real quick.
Yeah, not only do I cry, it actually hurts.
So I done peeled this all the way back, and now I'm going to slice it, and then I'll dice it. Okay, slice and dice.
I'm already feeling a little bit of that onion stuff in me.
Man, look, I'm gonna have to keep this nearby. I don't know who told me this trick, but keeping it nearby helps. Did it me? No, I didn't.
why is keeping it close by help?
like
So I've heard that the acid that's released in the onion when you cut it is what makes your eyes hurt. So having a lot of paper towel nearby kind of soaks up those acids instead of going to your eyes.
yeah.
Yep. So that's
So yeah, I'll go this way.
Don't your eyes still hurt though?
They're not hurting now. I am guessing because of the paper towel. But yeah, I hate it. It happens at home all the time.
no paper towel? We'll try. Worst case, it doesn't work. Best case, it works awesome.
I've never tried cutting an onion before.
It's the worst because you can't see.
I cut them a lot.
And then the juices are on your hands. So right after this, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands so that it's just juices not on there. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Get the onion juices. What was your mistake? Oh yeah, I was so sad. Uh-huh.
He gives choice to put in the whole jalapeno or only some of it.
Uh-huh.
So I just put in the entire jalapeno.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was spicy.
I don't
Okay.
see the point of like trying to cook meals for my family though when I'm not even out of school yet.
When they're not out of what? Okay, so we got those cut. The next step, all right, is to add the oil. Since my pan has already been on, it should warm up a lot quicker now. Wait, what does it say? 1 tablespoon. So 1 tablespoon of the oil this time. Here we go.
Do you think if we didn't have paper towels, the onions would still be getting washed?
Okay.
These kind of like soy sauce.
Just move that out the way.
Well, it doesn't taste like fish.
I think you're thinking of fish sauce, not soy sauce. like a good fish sauce.
Y'all see how the oil is moving really fast? I don't know if y'all can see that.
Specifically like
Yes, no.
anchovy sauce.
Okay. And then it was smoking just a little bit. So I'm gonna add in just a couple of things. Wait, are we adding the rice? Oh, I forgot about the garlic.
Don't forget the garlic.
I don't have any garlic.
Not hurt your eyes like onion does.
Garlic doesn't hurt your eyes.
Yeah, not like. I just said it. Sorry.
Like this and chopped it up from here. Just a few. Like you see this in the store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to peel all of this off. Yeah. So I'll cut it open a little bit.
My mom mushes it with her.
Yeah, but we have to peel back all of this first to get
Onion doesn't have a center. It's just all the.
to it.
What's it called?
Bring this back around here.
Imagine how like the garlic sandwich is so big and then you take off all the layers and it's like
Like it's like the onion layers, but just more. Okay. And this calls for 3 cloves of garlic. So a clove is just the singular little piece inside of the whole garlic, right? Yeah, I'm sure. All right. So then here we go. So then there's that hard shell, and you guys are exactly right. You want to, I don't know if that's safe. To crush the garlic, I don't know if that's safe. Yeah. Yeah. Could you bring me another cutting board? It's like that's actually not safe.
Wait, how is it not safe to crush it?
If you're using a knife, you don't want to hurt yourself. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna crush each one of these. And then you have to peel that outer layer off. Okay. So with the garlic, I'm cutting it in half using the OK method, cutting it in half again, and then I'm going over to dice it. So I cut it in half, I'm cutting it in half again. All the pieces. And then I'm gonna chop it up. And when you push down using the cutting board for the garlic, try not to use all of your mites because then it'll just get all mushy and then it'll be a little bit more difficult to cut. So add gentle pressure, I guess. Okay. Alright. And then I also want to make it a little bit smaller, just from the slices. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this. I don't know what this is. Forgot this is called. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now we're going to add in all of our ingredients minus the rice. So here we go. I'm just going to add just a little bit of everything. Ooh. Yeah, that's what we need. So be careful that the oil don't pop you when you add these in. Yeah. Yeah. Peas, garlic. Add the peas. It didn't call for adding in the green onion, but I'm just going to add it in for just a little more flavor. And could you bring a spatula? Yeah.
Afterwards, are you allowed to eat your own cooking?
Yeah. Mhm. What'd you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're not going to be doing kimchi. Thank you so much. So we're just going to cook this. We're going to cook this down until the onions are a little bit translucent. Okay. So the only thing that I haven't added yet is the garlic. A lot of garlic can burn very easily. So I'm just going to cook this down just a little bit, and then I'm going to add the garlic in. Okay. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper to this. Yeah.
An item that we don't have that could have been great in a fried rice dish is mushroom.
I agree. I agree.
That and mushroom mixes.
I accidentally added all my peas in here, so mine's going to be very pea-y. Okay. Yeah, and I kind of want my carrots to be just a little soft as well. Okay, what can I do? Oh, I'm gonna add the garlic in.
Am I allowed to not add peas?
Huh?
Am I allowed to take out the peas?
Oh yeah, if you don't want to add the peas, you don't have to. So I'm gonna add in the garlic now, because I still want it to be flavorful and just not burnt. I really like garlic, so I'm gonna add in. And again, if there's ingredients at your table and you're like, man, I want some more of this, just let us know. We'll get you some. Yeah. Okay. Oh, could you read on the napkin? Okay. Does anybody have a recipe book with them? Nobody? Okay.
You do.
Yes, I know I do. Thank you so much. Okay. Have it with them. Okay. So we got this going. I was going to ask you what's next, but I'll just look. All right, saute for 5 minutes or until the onion and carrots are soft. Increase heat to high, add in the remaining 1.5 tablespoons of butter or oil, and stir until melted. Okay, so we can actually do that now. 1.5 tablespoons. Oh yeah, so, oh yeah, this is looking good. The carrots are starting to brown a little bit. One, yep.
Can you go back a little?
I'm just gonna eyeball the half. Oop, that's not half. But,
Put your hands in the apron pockets with this.
oh, that's fine. Just before we start cooking, since we'll be sharing.
Here you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wash your hands after. All right, and then we're going to add the rice. So again, right, the rice was supposed to be chilled and it cooked really yesterday, so it can sit out overnight. It just makes it a little bit better. And I'm just gonna do a couple scoops. I'll just use this. Yeah, I'll just use this. It's okay. Yeah. I'll measure out how much I'm gonna use. Because this says 4 cups, but I didn't use all my ingredients because the pan is just a little bit small. So I'll do about 1.5 cups or so. Because I want my rice to sort of be like fried, you know. If the pan is crowded, it's not really gonna do its thing. So I just mush that down. And going to fry this. Mix it all in. Is there another step? Can someone check for me while I'm stirring this?
Add the soy sauce.
Oh, yes.
Use green onions, I think is good.
What's the next? What do I have to add next?
And wait, no, sauce.
Add the sauce. Okay.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce, oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce.
Okay. How much soy sauce do I need?
An amount.
For soy sauce, you need 3 to 4 tablespoons.
3 to 4 tablespoons. This is my tablespoons.
All right, now we're done.
3 to 4.
Well, I'm not making the whole amount, so I'll just do a couple. I'll do about 1.5 for mine. Okay. What else? How much oyster sauce?
Green onions.
2 teaspoons oyster sauce.
2 teaspoons. That's what it calls for.
Teaspoons.
So I'll do 1.
What is oyster sauce?
What is oyster sauce? I can read this.
We have
like-
an odd amount of people.
That's okay. Do you want to smell it? Pass it around.
I started team.
Smell the oyster sauce. There you go.
And one of them is asleep.
Anything else I have to add? Anything else? Not yet. What's on the? Oh, you can have a recipe sheet. They're smelling the thing. Huh? Thank you so much. Okay, we have to add our toasted sesame oil. Half a teaspoon. So I just do a little bit.
Does that orange bowl contain the egg?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, you can see right there. Okay. So am I adding the egg now? What's happening next?
We're adding in the eggs to stir and combine.
Adding in the eggs next.
And then the step up to that is
You got it. I'm gonna add just a couple in there. So when you're making this, you want to try your best to make sure everything is well combined. There's no just plain white rice in there. You want everything to be mixed in.
Why is everything outlined in red on the camera? Not the purple part.
Okay. I'm actually gonna add just a little bit more soy sauce.
Okay, let's take 1 foot away from the camera again.
Never seen money everything. Yeah, I know.
And with fried rice, you really don't need anything in it but egg.
Egg. You have to stand up on
Yeah.
put it in.
You don't even need an egg.
You don't even need the egg.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
parody garlic in one.
So I'm just gonna see if this can crisp up at all any with our cooked rice and not chilled. It's a little bit warm. Okay. And yeah. I think that's gonna be lots of it. So sort of a little bit. So you'll have, since you'll be sort of making your own, like frying your own rice, you'll have just a little bit less, and so it may even crisp up even more. So it's not just so mushy. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it now. Okay. So y'all can, again, wash your hands. Don't touch your hair, face, or anything else. Wash your hands and think about what you want to chop up in your group, okay? So now I'm gonna take it off the plate.